Yeah, buddy, it's the Modern Hip Hop Channel at 95.3. Mr. Peter Parker hanging out on a Monday. I got some famous friends. Sometimes they actually show up. Can we clap for Snow the Product? She's here. What's
Thank
up,
you.
though?
Thank you.
Welcome to the Ghost Studios.
Thank you.
I think you got some really cool, exciting stuff going on with you, some momentum in your career. I know you've been banging it out independently for a while. You got the deal with Atlantic, but you're your own like business, your own thing to me. When I see you by yourself, the merch, the touring, this is a one deal. This isn't a label with a whole bunch of artists. This is something that was really you, from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even when I was with Atlantic, it was always independent. It was always like it came from me, my family, my friends.
Definitely.
So now that we're fully independent, it feels like that much better, because it's still going to be the same amount of grind. It's just that now we finally get the credit for it.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's really cool and inspiring to see young independent artists that sign themselves, their own little label, their own deal, and continue to build and build and build. We watched guys 10 years ago like Wiz Khalifa get opportunities, and everybody want to jump on and sign them. They say, no, I'm going to do it by myself. And then 10 years later, you're a queen. You got everything that you ever wanted. You know what I mean? Like everything. I want to talk to you about your history a little bit. It's coming up in like San Diego. Mm-hmm. What's that scene like?
It was it was crazy because I'm originally from the Bay Area, so I would move back and forth a lot, and I would go to Mexico and stuff. So I got brought up kind of weird. Like for a long time, people didn't know where my hometown was because I just moved so much.
Yeah.
But I'm Mexican American. I take that everywhere that I go, and then when I went to Texas, that's where I really got my independent hustle from Swishahouse and everybody obviously out there that was doing it that way. So I mean, it was just. I don't know. I think being Mexican American in the rap game is already its own thing, its own identity, So that's been kind of a whole struggle / blessing.
Yeah, I feel like at times there's subgenres. There's like, okay, these are kind of like Mexican rappers and they do their thing on the underground, but you push towards mainstream. When I hear the new songs like Say Be, I can't say the word on the radio. I'm trying to be nice over here. Right. But I feel like these songs belong on the radio, mainstream radio.
Yeah. I've always kind of, even when like Chicano rap was like a thing, I never really grew up on that. Like I listened to like Missy Elliott and like Lauryn Hill, so it was like I wasn't just listening to a particular type of music. So I was very influenced by women like that, by Andre 3000, by, just good music. So I feel like, I'm very proud to be Mexican American and I like to speak about the issues, but at the same time, I do like popular music and I do like just music in general.
Yeah, and when you see the climate of the music business and women like Cardi B getting a lot of success, do you feel like doors are opening up more for people like you?
I would say right now there's definitely a wave of women, and I think that's really dope because someone like Cardi B or like Bad Baby who could be seen as, like they're very opinionated or like certain things. Like it's good that you have that, and then you have women, like Remy Ma and women like me, and then you have Young M.A. and it's just you have a lot of different women. It's not. I don't like when the industry is only pushing one type. That's what usually kind of gets on people's nerves, is because now we don't have like the options, but right now I think it's thanks to the internet and thanks to fans that are very involved in people's careers. Like my fans go really hard for me. So it's like I can really thank them for just spreading the word, and it's just like organic, I'm actually out here selling out shows, but I don't have like a radio single like on the radio all the time, and it's still like success, so it feels good, and that makes me want to go that much harder because the fans go hard for me.
When you talk about your influences, I feel like you're a spitter. You really love the art of rap and the fast syllables. I heard you do the fast rap. You really care about the craft of it, where I feel like a lot of times, not even pertaining to female artists, but just new artists in general, don't really care about the craft of it like you do. Yeah,
I think that's what kind of keeps me happy. Is that I am happy with the quality, like with the type of rapper I am, If I was only doing it for fame, then I would probably be super bummed because I'd be like, well, damn, I didn't make it in however long. But like, I like competing with myself. Like I like stepping in the booth and being like, okay, can I make this type of song? Like when I made Waste of Time, I consciously was like, I'm going to make a song that's not anything like what people are expecting from me right now. And when I did it, and it's like everybody loved it, I was like, okay, I like the fact that I can challenge myself to make different type of music.
Who's pushing your pen these days? Who is inspiring you? Like, I want to beat them. I want to be nicer than them.
Honestly, I don't really see anybody that I'm just like, I want to be nicer than them. I'm a big Drake fan, and a lot of times people people talk crap to me about it, but I'm a big Drake fan. I like how versatile he is. I like Tory Lanez. I like, artists that can kind of like go through the different lanes and stuff. So that kind of inspires me.
Is it easier to write raps in English or Spanish?
It's the same, but the reason English is easier for me is mostly because slang sounds so much cooler.
Okay.
If I was Puerto Rican or Dominican or Cuban or anybody that has like a certain slang, I think Colombians have really cool Spanish too. Like certain Spanish just lends itself better for slang.
Word, yeah.
Mexican Spanish sounds like you're just cussing out everybody.
Right, but
it's like so choppy.
With Dominicans though and Puerto Ricans, and they got the like Spanglish.
Well, they got the like swaggier. They're like que lo que, like all that, and then it's like Mexicans are like. We just say estúpido, and it's like, whoa. Sounds really like aggressive.
So you say easier probably for you in English?
Easier in English, but I think that's also what sets me apart is that it is really easy in Spanish anyway. Like I am finding, I feel like on Bilingue I did a really good job about rapping in Spanish, but not sounding typical, like basic. It's like it had a double meaning. It was like a well thought out song in bilingual that was like dope. I think.
Very, very dope. Well, congratulations on all your success. You're an artist that we see like just moving. Like it was where, you were independent for a while. You've been doing this for like 10 years. And then to see where you're coming, like you haven't been somebody that we've been playing on the radio a lot, but we need to play more of your music because I think it's really happening.
Thank you.
And I've watched it. I've seen you kind of know what you were. And I was like, oh, she does records with Tech Nine. You were kind of like in that kind of lane for a little bit. But I see the breakthrough.
Yeah. Thank you, and I see it too, and I think definitely the fans are just so excited that I'm independent now because I really could take it anywhere, and that's the most exciting thing is that I have my own artists now, and they're super talented, and I almost don't like to be like that's my artist. It's like they're artists on their own right, and they're so dope that I just can't wait till all of us are on the same like level and just pushing. It's gonna be awesome.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
got some good people in the studio. Could we clap for Snow the Product, ladies and gentlemen, please? Can you guys want me to answer or ask some questions from you guys? I'm going to ask a couple of your questions. Is Juliana here? Step up, Juliana. We've seen you work with Tech Nine, Trade of Truth, Ty Dolla $ign, Sci-Hi the Prince, Chris Calico from the Tech Nine camp. Are there other big rappers that you would want to collab with if you had an opportunity?
I have a song called Not Today that I previewed on the Say Biff video, and I just got Juicy J's verse for it. So that was going to be really dope. Yeah.
Taylor Gang?
Yeah, and especially because it's so, like, that's a ratchet song. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. That's cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, his verse is ratchet.
We would expect nothing less. Did I do justice to your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was it?
That was it.
Oh, I thought she was going to ask it.
Well, I'm sorry.
We don't want to set them up, and if they're a little nervous.
Oh, okay. You're nervous? You got anything else? You good?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions. There's just so many.
Ask them, yeah.
I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. You were my inspiration. Will you be doing a collab with Hopson? I know you're friends with him, so I thought.
Yeah, I am actually going to do a collab with Hopson. I went over to his house and we were going to work on a song. I'm actually going to put this on Everyday Days because it was hilarious. I don't typically drive my I have a cargo van for, either touring or merchandise or whatever. Sure. That day I drove it. I ran out of gas, blocking his whole way to get into his house. Like I literally blocked everybody. And like it was raining and like I'm like, of course this would happen to me right now. And I'm at Hopson's house, blocked the whole neighborhood. He's like, I'm in a gated community. You blocked everybody. I was like, hey man. So the song's coming out because I went through hell for that.
Awesome. That's good to hear.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The backstory is interesting.
Yeah, we filmed it because we were like, dude, this is going to be the intro.
And the Everyday Days, that's kind of like just like a vlog that you put out on YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's a vlog, with my girlfriend. You see the ups and the downs and the outsides. Yep.
And with your girlfriend, so with your relationship, like you put your personal life out there too?
Yeah, for once. I had Woke TV and I still plan on bringing that back and everything, but like we just, it's my son, my brother, my mom, my girlfriend, just like my personal life. Just because, I have been doing this for a long time, and I feel like sometimes like the Snow the Product thing is just like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm just want to be myself, and I want fans to know that I'm me, like just myself, so that when they see me at Walmart, they're not just like,
Snow the Product.
Let's turn up, and it's like I'm buying like body wash.
We're regular people. How old is your son?
He just turned 9.
That's cool. Is this challenging to be a mother with a 9-year-old?
Yes, it's a lot easier to have a 9-year-old though than it was the whole time.
Like a baby, right?
Yeah. When he was 1 year old and he's so cute and cuddly and I have to go on tour and I'm crying every day. Like that's really hard. Yeah. But right now he's playing Fortnite and he doesn't even care about me. Even if I'm there, I'm like, great, whatever.
Yeah. That's what's up. Sammy, step up. Sammy, what's up? All right, so Sammy wants to know, what is your biggest goal you want to accomplish from your career, music, or personal life? Like, what's your personal goal that you want to accomplish?
I want to consistently be, like, happy, like with everything. And I think I'm getting there. I'm a lot closer than I ever was. But I do think, like, I'm a Cancer, so, like, stability and, like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that really means a lot to me. So, I just want to feel like everybody in my camp is stable and, I did what I said I was going to do for everybody and I just want to take care of everybody because, again, I'm a Cancer and that's what I feel like I have to do is take care of everybody. But, I want to grow this company to be, tech obviously inspired me to be like that, to be a huge independent label and I've been literally saying no to offers from majors lately because I'm like, no, like I really need to finally have my own future in my hands,
Yeah. When they talked about Nipsey Hussle after he passed, they said DJ Ski told me that he sat down with every major rapper, every major star, every label, and turned down multi-million-dollar deals back to back just because he wanted to own his masters and it didn't fit into his vision of what he wanted to do. It sounds like you have a pretty strong vision for you.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really cool. Emily, step it up, Emily. What's your favorite song to perform? That's what she wants to know.
I think right now I like to perform. I feel like whenever I perform Get Down Low, like the energy of the crowd like always shifts. Like that's around the time when I finally just start turning up and everybody gets hype. But I always love Waste of Time too because the whole crowd sings it. So yeah.
That's what's up. Anything else you want to ask her? Okay. Well, I have a couple of questions over here. Some of the writing is hard to read. Anybody else want to step up and ask any questions? Go ahead. Come on up.
First off, I like Saban. That's my thing. What's up, Peter?
Hi.
I got a question. So since you are performing here tonight, when you go to different cities, do you look at the local talent and see what they got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always pretty much in the venue. Like even if I'm not outside, but I'm like in the green room, so I can hear stuff. So yeah, and my boys too. Whenever because there has been on this tour a few openers that were like really dope, and they went and checked them out, and then we get their contact and everything. So it's always good to see who's emerging. I remember one time Joyner Lucas, recently we went to a show. It was me, Hopson, him, and everybody. And he was like, do you guys remember I opened for you and Dizzy and like a bunch of...
Wow.
So it's like you always could like,
you come
like
back around.
Yeah. So, and I went to the Russ show and I was just low key there. Like I wasn't even...
The first time I met her, we were in LA and the label had flown me out to go watch Russ because he was this new thing. And so there was a buddy of mine from Boston named DJ Pup Dog who does basically my job at the Boston radio station. And she was with Pup. And it was like super humble because I don't think the Russ fans may have not been on the same page. So you were just chilling. It was like no attack of the fans.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. And just to go watch it and to see what's this new thing that everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
And we were both kind of just watching. And like I remember walking around the room, like looking at the fans a little bit, like, what is this? Like Russ. What is Russ?
Yeah. No, he's super dope. And I remember telling him, like I was like, yo, I'm going to your show right now. And I like being low key. I'm not the artist. I like to be backstage with artists. Like I want to watch the show.
You were
and
in
be
the
like,
back. Like
yeah,
in the
like
corner,
I like to watch like the show, even like at a tech show. Like I'll be all the way in the back somewhere, like in the crowd. I like to watch it.
When he started performing, you got quiet. You were watching.
Yeah, I like to watch good artists.
Okay,
sick. It's amazing.
My last question is this: is it hard managing yourself as an artist? I do music. Peter Parker pretty much knows who I am, and so I've been battling with, should I get a manager? Should I not? A lot of people say don't. You could do it yourself. Mm-hmm. But I got like a whole family that I have to be bothered with. Yeah. Plus me writing as an artist. It's hard and I'm doing it. And they have been giving me a lot of good encouragement and a lot of positive feedback for me being here. But it's hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I get it too, because it is easy to be like, don't get a manager. But at the same time, like, I've had a manager, and I understand that they could be. My advice would be get somebody who's really invested into your career. The problem is when you get a manager because they can do this and that, but they don't really care about you. Then it's just like a label. Like, a label has all these plugs, but if they're not going to invest them into you, what does that really, matter? So just get somebody. It could be anybody that just really cares and wants to put in the work, and that's it.
Even more than a manager, a teammate.
Yeah,
that's what it needed to be, a teammate.
Hear that, teammate?
It need to be a teammate.
There y'all go.
Because a good artist manager stuff, everybody plays their roles. You know what I mean? And an artist, while you're writing, while you're producing, you need someone to help promote, someone help to do stuff, because your head's here.
But see, he's busy. He's on the road a lot. So a lot of things that I do in the city, I go out, support, do it myself.
Yeah.
So, I sometimes I feel like...
if I could tell you one piece of advice as an artist, get out of your own city.
I'm out. I'm here.
Yeah, get out of
the city.
Out of your city. Out of your city. You're going to get more love everywhere else. Like that. Like, I moved around so much, like, because I would just go to places that didn't know me, and I would just build little by little, because now you're getting with those people, and they're going to treat you like, yo, she's from there. Like, she's lit, So it's like you want to get out, and you're going to build a lot more. It's like a web. So instead of just like, you're going to tire yourself out in your own city. I did it for a while.
That's how I got here. I'm not from here.
Yeah.
I just came here one night on the humbug, did an open mic, I signed up for some Shut Up and Rap, and then boom, all this stuff is...
Bam, do it again, girl.
Okay, say no more. I'll do it again. I salute, okay?
Thank you.
Anybody else got a question?
Yeah.
Come on, step up.
You said that you were doing your woke TV stuff, and so whenever you put out Everyday Days, your vlog, were you expecting a certain outcome with it, or were you expecting it to have the reach that it did right away?
No, if you remember how Everyday Days started, it kind of started off from drama. So no, I put it there because I put that video there because I didn't want anybody to think like I wanted any sort of notoriety for it. I just feel like if somebody talks crap about you and you want to defend yourself, it's like you kind of got to put it out there so that it's there. I didn't think it was going to like do 1 million in like 24 hours. So that was crazy. And then it was just so many people that were like, you should upload again. And I already had that that Everyday Days channel because I did want to do a personal one, but I just wasn't getting, honestly, I was like thrown into it. And once I was thrown into it, I was like, screw it, And then it was kind of like, Juju's really funny. So I was like, you should really be out there more. Like I push her to try to be more, but I think sometimes, she's not really from this. So to her, it's crazy. So sometimes it gets to her and she's like, no, I don't want to do nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. So we haven't uploaded in like a month.
Yeah, no, I noticed the outreach that happened from it was crazy. Even like I grabbed some merch and like I got the toilet gang.
Yeah.
And I was wearing the hoodie here because it's cold here all the time. So we're in hoodies constantly. And I'm going out and they're, you don't know the product? I'm like, shut up. Like, you know who she is. Like it was cool. Like
That's
seeing
cool.
the people around town. Like once, you start wearing the stuff around. And like Minneapolis has got mad love for you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you came back. I've seen you every time you're in town. And then last year I didn't think you were coming. And then you surprised everybody with the zombie pub crawl. And I was like, no way.
No, I love it out here. I love it out here. And the zombie pub crawl was really dope. You were? Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. It was cold.
That's cool. That's what's up, though. And I think that's like why we love hip hop, too, is because when you put on the Snow the Product hoodie and then you spot somebody at the grocery store with the hoodie on and it's a connection. That's how it used to be with Air Jordans before every million pairs everywhere. If you saw this right sneakers on somebody's foot, it was like, oh, you know what time it is. You're cool like me. Or I had like a Public Enemy shirt back in like 1991 and I was getting in trouble at school. Like it was our thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't everybody's thing.
And that's what I feel like kind of also with the Everyday Days or Toilet Gang or whatever. I liked that, because there's obviously the Snow fans. And like I had, 700,000 or 600,000 subscribers on my Snow the Product channel. And then I got like 400,000 on Woke TV. But I like that Everyday Days is like this niche little core of like people who really, 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 really like
really cool.
care, So it's dope.
For sure.
I think any artist wants that. Like it's fun to have like everybody in, but knowing people really care.
Yeah. Those are
really
the ones that you really like when people meet me at the meet and greet and they're wearing like Everyday Days merch, they definitely get like extra pictures and like extra love because I'm just like, okay, you clearly follow all 3 channels.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Is Rebecca in here?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, you had another question, Becky, that was saying, what was one of your craziest fan encounters? I think that's always a good question.
Like good or bad? There's been some...
Your opinion. Like what's the craziest thing?
The craziest was one girl was in my stall when my pants were down, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Was that
right
on the
now. That was on the vlog, and it was.
I don't know what to do.
It was crazy because here's the thing, though, like. It's easy to spread rumors with social media.
Sure.
So it's so easy to be like, Snow's a B word or whatever, like, oh, she's a diva. But it's like people never get the backstory to what really happens. And like, for example, that night I was telling that girl, you're really drunk, you're about to knock everything over. Juju told her too. Like everybody was telling her, like, you're gonna knock everything over. Sure enough, she knocks the stuff over. And I'm like, dude. And so Juju has a shorter temper than me. So she's like, get off stage. So she like kicks her off stage. I'm going to the bathroom later. And she's like, your girlfriend, blah, 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 kick me off stage. And I'm like, well, you are clearly drunk, as I can smell off you right now. Yeah. And then she wouldn't stop talking to me. And I'm like, I really got to go pee. So I'm going pee. And she's like, she has her eye in the stall. And I'm like, I'm trying to pee right now. And then I open the door to go, yo, back up. And she like opens it and comes in my stall and is trying to have an argument. I'm like, oh my God. I got lucky that there was another fan that literally was like, you want me to remove her? I was like, please do.
Yeah.
And my fans are part-time security, apparently.
I believe it.
Yeah, but yeah, girls be belligerent.
I guess so.
Yeah.
In the stall?
In the stall.
That's tasteless, man.
Yeah.
What you doing,
She's lucky I had a whole waist trainer because otherwise that waist trainer saved me. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That's what's up. Any other good questions? I know you got one. One more? Nothing? Nothing?
Yeah. Yeah, I've social anxiety. So I'm lucky it was not that many of y'all today. But yeah, I get a little like weird.
Yeah.
So I usually have a moment to myself, like whether I have to go to a bathroom and be by myself without someone in the stall, and then or like I'll take a shot or two.
In the beginning though, was it challenging to fight through that?
Yeah. I get really nervous. Like even in regular life, like whenever you have to like walk up to a cashier or something and like talk to them, like I'm not that person that's like super talkative. Like, how's your morning going? I definitely have to like turn it on. But yeah, I get weird.
That's what's up though. Honest, man. Well, thank you for coming out. Clap for Snow the product.
Yay! Thank you guys.
Killing it, man. Killing it. Doing your thing. We got to get you more music on the radio.
Yeah, I got to be out here. As we pulled up, I literally said, I remember the first time I came here, and I was like, I can't believe I have fans in Minneapolis. Like, I can't believe it. Like, why?
Yeah, definitely.
And I do, and I love y'all.
Social media was crazy this weekend, and I think a lot
you.
of people in this building, too, were pleasantly surprised to see the activity. And it's fun. Like, people can talk about an artist, but when you see it, react, and you feel it, and you get a chance to meet the person, it goes a long way.
Thank you, and thank you to you guys for coming out here, for real.